soldier just happened to see the soybeans rolling on the table, and he discovered a very terrible secret. It showed that the sentry battle they were stationed at was badly tilted, and to make matters worse, the replacement soldier was 3 months late. The outpost's supplies had long since been depleted. The communication equipment was also inexplicably sabotaged. As the four of them fall into despair, that day John was on patrol when he noticed with horror a warship suddenly appeared in the sea not far away, but there was no sign of it on the radar. The captain just looked at it with binoculars. He immediately ordered the soldiers to prepare weapons and activated the first level of alert. The soldiers immediately loaded their guns and aimed them at the distant warship. Daisy immediately used her loudspeaker to warn them, but there was no response from the other ship. The captain thought for a moment. He decided to send the only soldier here over to check the situation. John was extremely reluctant, but he could only go alone in his speedboat, and he approached the warship only to be shocked to find out this warship was actually the ship they had been waiting for. But the strange thing is that this ship is very dilapidated. Not only is its exterior rusty, and there was no one on board, it was more like the legendary ghost ship. John circled the warship twice. He finally got up the courage to board the ship, but when he came to the ship, the intercom suddenly failed. John approached the cockpit with his pistol in hand, but when he opened the door, he was shocked to find the cockpit in complete disarray, and all the circuits and communications equipment had been damaged. The cups were covered in cobwebs, and cockroaches crawling on the floor. It was clear that the ship had been abandoned for a long time. After a careful search, John found a large amount of supplies on board, and 4 sets of brand new military equipment. Apparently these 4 men were the soldiers who came to rotate their shifts. The captain has been unable to reach John, and thought that John might have been arrested. He decided to use a small nuclear weapon to destroy the ship, but 2 keys are needed to activate the nuke. The other one is in Daisy's hand. Daisy didn't want to activate the nuke, but due to the captain's orders, she reluctantly handed over the keys. The captain then inserted the 2 keys into the switch. Without hesitation, he entered the code, but just as he was about to press the launch button, John realized that the intercom had resumed communication. He immediately contacted the captain to report the situation, and a disaster was averted. It was a derelict warship. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Then the captain asked John to pull the ship back and shut down the nuclear launch system. Daisy wanted the key back, but the captain said he would keep it instead. In order to find out why the rotating soldiers suddenly disappeared, the captain boarded the ship alone. He found the navigational recorder, recovered the route of the rotating warships, and realized that there was a secret hidden in it. By this time Jack and John had repaired the warship's engines. The 2 men excitedly told the captain the news, but the captain flashed his pistol and warned them, without the approval of their superiors, anyone who dares to leave his post will be treated as a deserter. The 2 men had to give in to the threat, but they didn't want to stop there, so they began to discuss privately how to defy the captain. But the captain suddenly came to them with Daisy, said they could fly the ship back to the headquarters and apply for a replacement, but Daisy had to stay with him because there had to be 2 people at the outpost to keep it running. John objected immediately upon hearing this, because he and Daisy had been in love for 2 years, so he approached Daisy privately and persuaded her to get out of here and rent a house and live happily ever after. But Daisy told him that she didn't like him at all.